Well, I believe in truth, but I'm also a big fan of justice. Happy Halloween, guys. I'm Director Nat, rocking my mustache Superman costume. Comment down below if you get what that's referencing. And today we're going to be reacting to Amphibia Season 3, Episode 5. Looks like today's episodes are called Fixing Frobo and Anne-sterminator. So Fixing Frobo is today's self-explanatory title. They're probably going to be trying to get Frobo back together. In fact, I think I saw that in the thumbnail. And I believe in the intro we've seen a couple people who kind of look like they could be mechanics, so maybe that's where they'll come into play in this season. As for the second title, that makes me think one of two things. It could be a reference to the Terminator. They're being chased by a robot who wants to kill them, so that robot could come back as well. Or it could be a play on Exterminator, and they have some kind of infestation. Maybe those robots that look like bugs that he sent last time will also come back. And in the spirit of the season, I wonder if it could be a Halloween episode since it came out the day before Halloween. But I guess there's only one way to find out, so let's not waste any more time. Let's just get right into it. Fixing Frobo.
And now, the internet.
It's an endless well of knowledge.
More like an endless well of cat videos.
Oh.
Ooh. Guys! I did it! I fixed Frobo!
Oh, well that was fast.
Okay, show us Frobo. Hey.
So, what do you think? Pretty impressive, right? You guys ready for this?
No.
Everything's gonna be just fine.
Something's supposed to happen.
Well, at least it wasn't an explosion.
Limited edition controller just came in.
Why? Well, at least she did something.
I know you miss him. We do too. But you just need to be patient.
Everyone preaches patience.
What the?
Cream. I eat ice cream.
That's fine.
Vloggle would like this thing.
I want to nibble your fingers.
Okay, creepy bears aside, don't work on Frobo.
Maybe you guys are right.
Wow, that's surprisingly mature of you.
Hey, can I borrow your laptop?
I don't see why not.
The look on their faces was pretty funny though, huh, Frobes? Oh, right. You're still broken.
Oh, Polly.
I just need to educate myself. Anne did say you can learn anything you want on the internet.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful which sources you use. Okay, not bad so far. Yeah, maybe order Mr. Boonchoy a new controller.
IT gals.
Hey, there they are.
And remember, if it doesn't compute, it's time to reboot.
Well, that's all I needed to hear.
Come on, you just saw one creepy bear, and now a bear setting on fire isn't gonna send a red flag?
Don't forget to add cosmetics for flavor.
Souls! Do robots have them?
It is our belief that anything with memories has a soul. And boy, do robots have memory. Am I right? You've heard from us. Now we want to hear from you.
It's time to call in the big guns.
The big guns.
Hello!
How's it going?
Oh my gosh.
Is that a robot?
He's beautiful!
What's with the fax machine sound effect?
Like the kind they put in those creepy animatronic children's toys.
I think I've got just the thing.
Uh-oh.
You'd need to be in a big space like a warehouse and have tons of fire extinguishers. That thing looks like it's capable of a lot of output.
Yeah.
Thanks, girls. I'll take that into consideration. Bye.
Do you think she's gonna turn that thing on?
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy. Oh dear.
When I hit this button, he'll be back. I should get the fam.
What? No! Well, I mean, they'll probably try to stop you, so this is smart to tell them, but if you're wanting to get away with it...
Look, Ann, we just watched them in order with no context.
You can't blame us for not having nostalgia.
Wait, what are they Is that Star Wars? Okay. Sorry, I don't normally like to rewind because it makes it difficult editing later, but if this is a Star Wars reference, then I need to go back so I make sure I understand it.
I hate gravel. It's bumpy and bothersome, and it gets everywhere.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
I love you.
I still can't believe you guys like the prequels more.
Look, Ann, we just watched them in order with no context.
You can't blame us for not having nostalgia.
Okay, now I wish that I had done a Star Wars costume instead. Oh, but that reminds me. When I got this Superman costume, I also got this Kylo Ren mask because it was only $5. I sense unease about my appearance, General Hux. About the mask? No, sir. Well done.
I like it.
And it also goes with this sweet Kylo Ren saber I have. Did you ever think that you would see a 23-year-old man wearing a Kylo Ren cosplay with a Superman costume and watching Amphibia? Well, now you have. But seriously, let's talk about this for a moment. I love that they included this. If I was showing someone the Star Wars movies for the first time and I found out that they'd watched the prequels first, this is totally how I would react. It's funny how they're talking about that instead of like the actual Disney Star Wars movies, which would be, you know, a lot easier to reference since, you know, they were both made by Disney. And I think I saw like A New Hope and The Last Jedi and maybe Empire Strikes Back sitting on that table. I'll have to go back and check later. Wow, I cannot believe I almost missed that, but I love this episode now. I love it even more than I would have already. Let's keep going.
And now if I press this button, he'll be back! Yay, right? Say it with me now! Yay!
Yay!
What if when you turn him on this time, he blows off your legs? You just got your legs.
Ouch.
After all of the work I've done, after how much I've missed him, you three want to leave him dead? Who needs you guys?
Polly, don't do it! It could be dangerous!
I ain't waiting another second to see my best friend again. Polly!
Alright, one more hit, and this 10-hour boss battle will finally be over.
You know, my brothers are both big PC gamers, so I'm sure they would be able to relate to something like that.
Model number F0-R1.
Oh no.
Factory settings restored.
Oh no.
It's me, Polly!
Username not recognized. Will now attempt to make contact with headquarters. A higher vantage point is necessary.
Higher vantage?
Oh no, is he gonna like team up with the robot that's already here and he'll be an antagonist for a good portion of the season? I hope not. Uh-oh.
Hey, do you guys know Polly, little kid, has a tail, built a crazy robot?
Please, it's me, Polly! You've got to remember!
If there's one thing a robot has, it's memories.
I will call you
Frobo. This is a cool. Okay, still a better landing than it would have been. Oh no.
I was so impatient with bringing him back to life that I killed him all over again. I'll fix you right this time, and be slow and careful.
Oh, sturdy.
Impressive. I think next time we just need to tune the PID controller.
Oh yeah! Increases lateral and longitudinal stability? Totally.
This is so cool being Polly all tech oriented.
Wow, Polly really got into this computer stuff, huh?
Maybe we should have used the interwebs to educate ourselves too, instead of watching cat videos.
Did someone say cat videos?
Ain't that cute?
Ah! The backyard!
This poor guy can't catch a break. Okay, so that was fixing Frobo. I'll go ahead and give my thoughts on this half of the episode before I move on to the second half. So I really loved this episode, and it was cool getting to see those characters that we only caught a glimpse of in the intro. Now we know how they factor into the season. And I'm glad that they finally addressed this because Polly said as soon as they got here that they were going to try and fix Frobo, and then we haven't really seen much of that. But now that they're willing to trust people like Dr. Jan, it makes sense that Polly would be willing to trust someone else who could give her advice on how to fix him. And as always, the episode had a really nice message about the importance of patience and not rushing something, making sure that you do it right. Because I totally relate to Polly on that. There are so many things that I want to accomplish and get done, but the truth is that sometimes these things just take a while, and if you do too much, you may end up making a mistake, which you'll regret later. And I really did like these new robot mechanics that we met. I'm sorry, I can't remember their name. I'm always really bad with character names at first, but I thought they were really cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of them. And I just think it's so interesting that they decided to make Polly the tech person of the group, because you remember all the way back in season 1, I've been talking about where I think these characters would go. Like, I always thought that Anne would be a warrior. I thought maybe at one point Sprig would be like a scientist or something, and then Polly would, you know, be extremely good with different weapons, I guess. But or maybe I'm getting some things mixed up because it's been a while. But yeah, it's just so cool to see how far all the characters have come, and now Polly is going to be like a tech person. I just think that's really cool, and it makes sense now that they have factored technology into this show. And we got to see Frobo again, and it was such a sweet moment getting to see him and Polly reunited. And I like how they, you know, established at the beginning, robots, if there's one thing they have, it's memories, and do they have a soul? And then that factors back later into the episode. Like, the writing is just always on point in this show when it comes back to bringing up other details. But I gotta be honest, I think my favorite part of the episode was when Anne is showing them Star Wars for the first time, or at least this universe's version of Star Wars. Not only did they reference what I think is the infamous sand line from Attack of the Clones, which is awesome, but she was also talking about, I can't believe you watched the prequels first, and they were like, we're new viewers, we just watched them in order without context. So I totally related to Anne in that moment, because if I was showing someone Star Wars for the first time, that's totally how I would be. And if I was showing someone Star Wars for the first time, I would show them my despecialized editions, which are an HD recreation of the original theatrical versions, as opposed to showing some of the special editions, which, if you've never heard of the despecialized editions or Project 4K77, I highly recommend looking those up if you're a Star Wars fan like me. But anyway, yeah, as someone who loves Star Wars, I just appreciated that moment so much. It actually makes me think of a fan comic I read once. I think it was by Mooring Mark, I believe, like one of his earlier comics. Like, he did one about Amphibia where Anne was like explaining the plot of the first Star Wars movie to Sprig. So to see them actually do it here was really cool. And what's funny is that they easily could have done a reference from one of the sequel trilogy or spin-off movies that Disney themselves has produced. Since this is a Disney Channel show, they could have made a joke about that easily. But to see them, you know, make an more old school joke about Star Wars, again, appreciated by someone like me. I also liked the other running gag throughout this episode of Mr. Boon Choi's stuff getting destroyed or his game getting messed up. I feel so bad for the guy. He's so nice. He doesn't deserve that, but I gotta admit it was kind of funny subplot to include. So yeah, this is another really great episode, so let's move on and see what Anne-sterminator is all about. Oh, this guy again. Yikes.
Checking in to see how things are going. Did you get the book? Great! Wait, that's book 3. Rusty bucket, I need book 2.
Book 2 out of stock.
Ugh, Holmes have mercy. Next you're gonna tell me Anne isn't dead yet.
Working on it.
Well, looks like we'll have to up the stakes. You have 1 hour to destroy that kid, or the bomb planted in your chest will destroy you.
Oh.
Okay, cool. Andrea's out.
This is interesting. I thought that Frobo might become evil and join him, but maybe he's actually going to become good and join them. Maybe these robot ladies can help him disarm the bomb. Oh dear.
All-American engineering.
Aw, family chill time. Fumigator. Yep, exterminator. Oh, you remember what I was saying about details coming back full circle? Well, this is another cool one, because there was that flashback in season 1 where Anne was like, Mom, can I try parasailing? And she was like, no, but you can fold your laundry if you want. Never mind. And now here is Anne, readily folding her laundry and doing a bunch of other house chores, just showing how much more mature she is. So again, I love details like this.
This is more like it.
Ooh. Oh.
It really is remarkable how much you have grown.
Aw, thanks, Mom.
I mean, you used to be so irresponsible. Like, change the grade on your report card irresponsible.
Didn't think you guys knew about that.
And you have been so
Oh,
upfront.
look at her little slippers.
Right. Upfront and honest.
Oh, she's not going to be able to hide it anymore now that the robot's coming after them.
I'm gonna go get some coffee ice cream. Anyone want any? Sprig?
I'm good.
I can't do this anymore.
What? Eat coffee ice cream? I agree, it's pretty risky after 5.
No! My folks, I never told them about Andreas, or the robot hunting us, or the honking invasion.
Yeah, maybe you need to warn somebody about that.
But it's not right. I'm gonna tell them everything, right now.
Yeah.
There's something I have to tell you.
What is it, sweetie?
Well, the thing is...
Anne, what's going on?
Well, she at least tried to tell the truth, although her parents are gonna be mad that they didn't actually hear it from her.
Get out here while we...
Anne will wait 89 days?
Mom, this is not a workout room.
Yes, it is. When I thought you ran away, it's where I work out all my stress.
Oh, is that maybe why they didn't file a police report? I don't know. I'm gonna have to let that go eventually. This is funny, but really sad, actually. Oh, but it ended up paying off. Oh, wow. I did not expect things to get this serious, but here we are.
The king of Amphibia kinda has it out for us.
She punched him in the face.
Hey, no bark.
Hey, don't treat your dog like that.
I'm not used to running for my life from a crazy robot.
I know just how you feel, Mr. B. Why, the first time that robot attacked us...
This isn't the first time?
You're not helping!
Oof, your backhand is looking pretty rusty.
I think I used to play tennis in middle school. Yeah, like 8th grade. I don't remember if I was good or not.
Hang on, I'll look at traffic on my app.
Make sure you don't use map search. That one is no good.
I usually either use Google Maps or like the Waze app because like it actually warns you about like cars on the side of the road or cops or things like that. I actually feel kind of bad for this thing now. He's just following his programming and he doesn't want to die. And they established last episode that robots apparently have souls in this universe, so... Anne's gonna have to use her crazy blue powers and they're gonna be like, you kept that from us too? I just gotta say again about Mr. Boonchoi, he is an excellent husband, an excellent father, and just an all-around good dude, and he does not deserve to have to deal with any of this.
Honey, maybe we should hear her out.
No, she's lying to us. You've done something, haven't you? That's why that thing is after us.
It's complicated.
Oh.
I knew it. We were wrong about you. You're still the same irresponsible...
What?
When are you going to grow up? When are you going to stop getting in trouble? When and...
Hey.
I don't know, okay? I don't know when I'll be the daughter you want me to be. And I'm sorry. It's true. I did lie. But I did it to protect the people I really care about. Please, I can't do this without you.
We're with you, Anne. Right, Mom?
I don't know. Isn't this all just too much?
Yeah, it makes sense that she would be a little slower to come around. But I like that they're addressing it because Anne hinted at, you know, some tension between her and her mom in the past, and she's clearly the more strict parent, so it makes sense for them to do this.
Feel like putting your artistic skills to use? Hey, metalhead! Looking for me?
Mama, you work fast.
It's all about rhythm, baby.
You know, fighting in a dump with a bunch of old sharp metal is actually really dangerous now that I think about it.
Hey, robot! Leave my daughter alone!
Dead end.
Were you surprised by that display of ferocity, Mr. Boonchoi?
No.
Self-destruct in T-minus 10, 9.
All that and we're still toast?
Not on my watch.
I was really hoping they might be able to save this guy, but I guess you can't save everyone. Wow.
And what was that?
Gosh, guys, I have so much to tell you.
And whatever it is you guys need to do, we'll do it together.
The driver always gets left out of the group hug. Can you guys just imagine I'm there?
I will, Mr. Boonchoy.
Get HQ on the line.
The FBI.
It's time to call Mr. X.
Mr. X. No, don't leave it there. Let's just enjoy these wonderful end credits. Okay, guys, so that was Anne-sterminator. I honestly didn't think that the second half could top the first half, but it absolutely did, and I loved it just as much. I love how we just got right into it with showing how far Anne has come, but also showing how upset she is that she's had to keep the truth from her parents, and like, just as she's about to tell them the truth on her own, then the robot attacks. I mean, I did not expect this episode to get so serious and action-packed, but I'm glad it did, because it was so awesome. It just created so much tension seeing what this robot is actually trying to do to Anne, and that her parents are just suddenly thrust into it and having to flee for their lives. And that really did lead to some powerful moments, because that part where Anne's mom just like lets her have it and says that you haven't really changed, you're still that same irresponsible kid. I mean, that actually did hurt, honestly, you know, just because I've come to like her so much, and she's seen how much Anne has grown over the season, so to like suddenly see them regress in their relationship was really sad. But I like that they brought it up that she was a little slower than her dad to come around, because they have shown through hints and flashbacks that there is some tension between the two of them, and that she's the more strict parent, so I thought it made sense, but she still at least came around as best she could by the end. And we got to see Anne power up again, and it was so awesome. It simultaneously looks like she's getting a better grasp on her powers, but they're also probably going to be taking a bigger toll on her, which I'm really scared to see what that's going to culminate to, because she said the only way she could describe those powers was feeling bad. So I really hope this isn't going to be a situation that she's going to die or something really bad is going to happen to her somehow. A lot of people are theorizing that Anne is going to lose an arm and Sasha is going to lose an eye, which obviously that would be really intense if that happened. Not sure if I actually want it to happen. So I also like that we got to see a little glimpse of King Andrews again. I was kind of hoping we might get a little glimpse at what he's doing with Marcy too, but they're probably saving that for a full-length episode. And as some other people have noted, I kind of like that they're keeping Andreas's silliness a little bit, because he was a fairly silly character while he was pretending to be a good guy throughout season 2, so it would have been, you know, kind of too much of a flip if he didn't retain some of that silliness, even though he's evil now. So I like that. It helps keep him consistent and entertaining. And yeah, that fight at the end was really intense. I loved the action, and again, part of it was kind of hoping that they would be able to save the robot, like maybe the tech people would be able to help him, especially since they established last episode that robots have memories and souls and stuff like that. And it's clear that he's just following his programming. He just didn't want to die, but you know, that also adds a bit of tragedy to it and actually makes us care about one of the villains. And you know, they just did what they had to do in that situation. Sometimes you just can't save everybody. And it culminated in that really sweet moment, the group hug, and poor Mr. Boonchoy in both of these episodes. I did imagine that he was part of the group hug like he wanted, so yeah. In conclusion, 2 very great episodes. I am loving this season so much. I cannot wait to see what happens next, because now they have foreshadowed that the FBI and the government are finally coming in, and I'm trying to remember, was the guy called Mr. X or something like that? That's not ominous at all, so I'm very interested to see this character. If he's, I don't know if he'll show up like right away next episode. Next episode maybe just another fun episode to help create some space, and then the next episode he'll show up, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Well, what did you think of this episode? What are you thinking of season 3 so far? What's been your favorite episode? What are you dressing up as for Halloween, if anything? Whatever it is, feel free to share your thoughts down in the comments and let me know what you think. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. Also be sure to check out my other videos. It really does mean a lot. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you for Amphibia Season 3, Episode 6.